Hey guys, I'm Disney Dad. Today in this video, I want to talk about some of the best tips and tricks for your next Disneyland vacation. Real quick, if you guys are new to this channel, I do a lot of Disney tip videos like this one, as well as a ton of Disney news videos that keeps you up to date with all the latest action. So consider subscribing down below if you guys love Disney as much as I do. Let's get started. The first thing I want to mention is buying tickets ahead of time on the website or through the Disney app. This is a huge time saver. When you buy your tickets in advance, you go straight through the ticket line when you get to the park, and sometimes that line in the busy seasons can be an over an hour wait, so this saves a lot of time. Most of the time, you can actually find discounts on Disneyland tickets ahead of time. You can check different places like Sam's Clubs, different things like AAA. There's a lot of places out there that offer discounts that you won't get at the gate. Also, if you buy a 3-day ticket or more in advance, you get access to Magic Mornings, which, if you're used to Disney World, is like magic hours. We'll talk about this more later, so stick around. Next thing on my list is to get to the parks as early as possible. If you're not taking advantage of Magic Mornings, you want to be at the park for rope drop no matter what. The shortest wait times in that first hour that the park is open, and you're not going to miss out on that. You can bang out a lot of rides in that first hour than you can in a couple hours in the normal day. You arrive at the park before it opens and you get in line, you will be one of the first people in the park for that day. Next on my list is to download the Disneyland Mobile App. Now, if you've never used this app before, I recommend downloading this app before you get to the park. That way you can familiarize yourself with it and get used to it. I cannot stress this enough. You need this app. It has things like ride wait times, show listings, park maps, restaurant menus, and so much more. You buy your park ticket with the app, you only need to show your barcode at the gate for admission when you first arrive at the park. Having the Disneyland mobile app is necessary for using your Maxpass and the new mobile ordering services. It's great for skipping ride lines and also food lines. If you don't do this next one, you've lost your mind and you'll have a very rough day at Disneyland, and that is not utilizing Fastpasses. Disneyland Fastpass system is one of the best ways to maximize your experience at Disneyland. In case you're not familiar with this system, certain attractions in both parks allow you to insert your park ticket and get a pass. It's called the Fastpass. This pass gives you a return time to that specific attraction. Keep touring the park, then hop back through the Fastpass return line for minimal wait. I have a video on Disneyland Maxpass and why it's worth it, and I'll link it up in the description below and also at the top of the card here. So make sure you guys check out that Maxpass video. This allows you to book fast passes with your app and not having to worry about printing out paper tickets at each ride. Go watch the video, it'll save you a bunch of time. Next, I want to talk about something I mentioned earlier, and it's taking advantage of Magic Morning and Extra Magic Hours. The only way you can really benefit from Extra Magic Hours and Magic Mornings is if you show up early for them and you get in line. This gives you a huge leap on the rest of the touring population. You want to get to the park at least a half hour before the extra hour begins. Otherwise, you might find yourself in a long line of not quite early enough risers who are also waiting in to get to the park. Some rides now distribute fast passes during Extra Magic Hour and Magic Mornings, but availability is not guaranteed, and the fast pass return windows will become active once the park opens to the general public. This next one is huge because if you have kids, you're gonna wanna use it, and it's the Ride Switch program. This is great for kids that don't meet the height requirements or just frankly don't wanna go on the ride because they might be too scared. What you want to do is go to the entrance of the ride with your entire party. What you will get is a digital ride switch return window added to the parent's park ticket, along with the other two people. The one parent can supervise the young kids while the rest of the party rides. Then once that rider returns after they finish riding the ride, the supervising parent can then have a turn to ride the ride without waiting in line. The supervising parent goes straight to the front of the line through the fast pass, and this is great for those rides that you've been wanting to ride but you can't with the kids. Next is you'll need to make dining reservations. This is a must to help you plan out your vacation. Knowing when and where you're going to eat can be a huge time saver. Figuring out where you want to eat, how to get there, what kind of food you want, all this stuff factored in. If you plan this out ahead of time and make reservations, it can really add up and save some time during the day. Visit the Disneyland website or the Disneyland mobile app to see your options and reserve some times. So make sure you spend some time and go over some of the best restaurant options and pick out what you think you would like to try ahead of time and schedule out your restaurant visits. Next is using the mobile order service. The days of long food lines are behind us. Using your Disneyland mobile app, you can order your food ahead of time and then simply pick it up as soon as you get there. You can do this from anywhere in the park, which is great. So you can order something on the other side of the park, and by the time you get there, your food will be ready. Or you can make a food order while you're in the line for a ride, at the back of the long restaurant line, or even in a hotel room. Just stop by the mobile order window and pick up your food. Many restaurants inside Disneyland, Disney California Adventure, Disneyland Hotel, Disneyland Grand Californian Hotel, and Spa currently offer mobile order service. So make sure you check these things out in advance and pick out what you think you would like to try, and then go ahead and order it and save you some time. I hope these tips make your next Disneyland trip more magical. There are a ton more tips, and I'll probably make a follow-up video to this one, so make sure you subscribe down below and hit that notification bell so you guys get updates for my next video. Until then, check out my other Disneyland tip videos that I have on this channel. I'll link them up here and here, and you guys can go take a look. Thanks guys, see you next time.